Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and I've had so many questions about this one, and I thought let me just tackle it once and for all. One of the things is because I just had to do so much research on this one, because it's something it's not quite new, but I mean, when it comes to text, there isn't a lot of things that SARS says about it, and that is cryptocurrency. So over the past few years, South Africans have been caught up in the cryptocurrencies frenzy. I, for one, have never invested in cryptocurrency, and I actually have not been involved in any cryptocurrency transactions. It's something that I would like to actually be involved in. I would like to try in future, but I mean, I'm just still a bit skeptical at the moment. But that's just me. But I do want to tackle the tech side of things now. Before I get into cryptocurrency, I do want to say that if you are earning income in South Africa and you are above the threshold that you actually above the threshold that actually exempt from paying income tax, then it is your responsibility to go to SARS and declare that income. If you don't do it, that is a crime. It's called tax evasion, and it is punishable by going to prison. So it's very important. If you earn income, then you need to declare that to SARS. It is your responsibility, because if SARS finds out, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, having said that, I know a lot of people, there isn't a lot of information out there about cryptocurrency. In fact, you know what? I just do want to say this. Income, guys, you have to declare it. I don't know if you guys knew, but even, I just need to say this. I know it's out of topic, but I just need to say, even illegal income is taxed. If you get an income from an illegal activity and SARS finds out that you actually benefited, then it is taxed. Now, in fact, for that one, there's been a lot of cases. And one of the things that SARS has said is that if you earn an income via an illegal activity, and it can be proven that you were going to use that income for your benefit, in fact, you were going to benefit from that, then you need to pay tax on that. Believe it or not, illegal activities, you still pay tax. When it comes to cryptocurrency, some have made money, some have lost money. You can just let me know down below on the comments if you've made money, if you're trading in crypto, and um, if you're paying tax on it, if you haven't paid tax because you don't know where to go, you don't know how to go about it, just let me know, and just on the comments down below. Now, if I look down, guys, I'm actually looking at my notes, because I did have to do a lot of notes on this one, because it's not something that's been tackled a lot. When it comes to cryptocurrency, SARS did make a statement that if you make an income from cryptocurrency, or all the earnings that you get from cryptocurrency, you will be taxed on them. So if you're sitting and wondering, are you ever going to be taxed on this? Yes, you are going to be taxed on it. SARS did make a statement. Now, there hasn't been any guidelines yet on how this cryptocurrency will be taxed. However, SARS did indicate that if you have made an income from cryptocurrency, the current guidelines that we have should be able to provide for that. In other words, what I said earlier was that if you make an income, then the guidelines, the SARS guidelines, the tax guidelines, says that you need to declare it to SARS. If you don't do it, it's tax evasion. So even though they don't speak directly to cryptocurrency, but you are the one who will know whether or not you've made an income, right? Now, I know a lot of people are counting on the fact that SARS still doesn't have the capacity to actually track the cryptocurrency transactions that are taking place and all those things. But I do want to warn people, they're actually hiring now. If you go to the SARS website, you will see that they're hiring a lot of tech people. Most of it obviously is because SARS is using technology to actually service the country at large because of COVID-19. But also, you need to understand that SARS is working very hard to actually try and make sure that they have the capacity, they have the technological resources in order to track those cryptocurrency transactions. So if you're not paying tax and you're making millions out of this, once SARS finds out, chances are you might not even have the money anymore. You will be in trouble. So my advice, go consult a tax practitioner, find out how you can go about paying tax, and also find out just how you're trading. Are you trading? Are you making an income, revenue, or is it capital gains tax? Because there's also those things. SARS is treating cryptocurrency as an intangible asset. That's what cryptocurrency is at the moment. So that's how SARS is treating it at the moment. Now, one other thing is, in order to determine how you're going to be taxed on your earnings of cryptocurrency, then obviously you need to look at the type of transaction that you've been involved in. So I'm going to tackle those type of transactions now, obviously from the research that I've made, because I said earlier that I've never done a cryptocurrency transaction. Now, one of the first transactions that I'm tackling is crypto trading. And I think this is the most popular one. I could be wrong. This is now when people buy cryptocurrency and they keep it as a stock, and then when the prices go up, then they sell, and then they make a profit out of it. Or they buy cryptocurrency for long-term purposes. In other words, for 3 years or more, and they keep it as an investment. When you sell, then it means that whatever profit you've made, there will be capital gains tax. Now, in other words, if you're buying cryptocurrency to sell, you buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, you might be keeping crypto as stock. So the income that you're gonna receive from that is gonna be revenue, and it's gonna go into your taxes. Or if you keep it for a longer period, for instance, the normal period is 3 years or more when it comes to investments, the general normal period, then that means that you have kept it as an investment. So when you sell it, you're going to take the cost of buying it, the cost of selling it less the cost of buying it, and then whatever you is left is capital gains tax, and then 40% of that, obviously taking away all the other expenses and all of that stuff, will be included into your income. One of the first transactions that people get involved in when they're buying and selling cryptocurrency is called crypto trading. Now, the second one is using crypto for purchasing. There are online places that use crypto. For instance, I know Take a Lot. You can use cryptocurrency to buy. So the first crypto transaction that people get involved in is actually crypto trading. The second one is when they use the crypto to purchase, right? In other words, when they use crypto as a form of money to purchase with it. Now, the third one is what they call crypto mining, and this is also very popular. I've seen a lot of people recruiting for mining and whatnot. Now, I will leave how this one works to the crypto aspects, because apparently it's when it comes to crypto mining, it's big monies, and that's where most people apparently have lost most of their money, because there's so many experts, people recruiting and whatnot, and yeah. Now, having explained all the types of transactions that crypto people get involved in, if there's any other transaction that crypto people get involved in and I've left it out, please comment down below and let me know. Like I said, this is not there isn't a lot of information when it comes to crypto and tax and all those things. However, now what I want to get into is, now how do you determine the nature of the income that you receive from crypto? Now, like I mentioned earlier, then, for instance, if you are crypto trading and you buy and sell, then your crypto is sort of like stock. You buy and sell often. It's sort of like stock. It's like someone who buys houses and then sells them, buys houses and then sells them, doesn't hold them for longer terms, then they become stock. Then that means you're involved in trading, in a business of buying and selling houses, and that will mean that the income that you're going to be making out of that is going to be revenue and not capital gains tax. So in other words, the intention of why you are buying cryptocurrency is very important when it comes to determining whether or not your income will actually be included in gross income, or it will be capital gains tax. Now, if you buy a cryptocurrency and you intend to buy and sell, like I said, then that means that it's going to be income and it's going to be included in your gross income. But then if you buy a cryptocurrency and you hold it for a longer period of time, for instance, 3 years or more, then that means when you sell, then it's going to be capital gains tax. It will be like you have sold an asset that you have held for investment purposes for a very long time. Then it will be a capital gains tax transaction. Now, remember, it is very important. This is very important. The onus is on you to prove to SARS if you have held your cryptocurrency as an investment. In other words, if the proceeds then are going to be capital gains tax of capital nature. In other words, you're not going to be paid, including the proceeds in your gross income, or the proceeds will actually be capital gains tax. It is very important. The onus is on you to prove that. Now, it might happen in situations, obviously, in this case, SARS will be looking at the pattern. In other words, you've been holding crypto as an investment for the longest time in your previous transaction, but then within maybe the 3 years is up, you decide that, okay, you know what, I'm actually going to sell this because it doesn't look like if I hold on to it for a longer time, I'm going to be making money. Then it will be up to you to prove to SARS, even though you haven't even though you haven't held on to the cryptocurrency for a very, very long time, it was still, you had intended in the beginning to hold it for a longer period, but because you saw that you might actually be losing money if you hold it for a longer period, then you decided to sell. Even in that case, if you truly believe that the proceeds are of capital nature and should not be included in gross income and therefore should be capital gains tax, the onus will be on you. In other words, it will be your responsibility to prove to SARS that. Now, to conclude, at the moment, SARS is actually relying on honesty from people who are trading in cryptocurrency to come forward and say that this is my income, this is what I've made, and all those things. But I must warn you guys, you must be rest assured that SARS is putting together the correct technology to make sure that they actually are able to trace all these transactions. And you must remember also, something that's done online, it stays there forever. You can't remove it, you can't replace it, you can't delete it completely, in other words. So even if it's not now, even though it may be in 3 years time or anything like that, SARS will actually be able to, number one, to regulate cryptocurrency, and number two, they will find out about those transactions. So if you want to be on the I'd advise that if you don't want to get into trouble in future and you are making a lot of money from cryptocurrency, then you need to declare. And if you've made a lot of money in the past and you didn't declare, then you can even do a voluntary disclosure to SARS to show them that you actually are now wanting to do the right thing and you don't want to continue hiding your income and all those things. Because when SARS finds out on their own, then you're going to be in huge trouble. And right now, the last thing you need is to be in trouble with SARS, because they're desperate. The economy is not doing well. They need as much tax as they can. Now, again, guys, if you are happy with this kind of content, if you have any questions, do comment down below. And also, please let me know what is it that you would like me to cover in this channel, because I've created this for you so I can actually just try and teach people more about tax, because it seems like there's just a big gap between SARS and the people, and then SARS wants their own thing and the people want their own thing and all that, and people don't understand, because in South Africa there's just way too many taxes, and it for some reason it's so expensive to actually get proper tax advice, and I don't think it should be. And I'm sure SARS on their side are trying their best to actually make sure that they give the knowledge to the people. But I mean, if you have any questions, if you have something that you want me to cover, I need you to comment down below. And also, if you are happy with this content, then you need to subscribe so that you can actually, so that you are able to see future content. You need to subscribe, and also you can even hit the notification button so that when I actually do come up with new content, then you are notified. Thank you.